concept in Java, and it's very interesting. So let's start. So this is the first object is equal to null. So null is a keyword, and you cannot write it like capital N, it won't take it. Okay, it's showing an error. Also, you can't do it like this. Okay, it has to be keyword, so null. So it is case sensitive, that is one thing. Now here we are giving object null. So this is object class, we are referring it to null. Okay, we need not do like this since we have already declared object variable. Okay, so that is the first point. Second point is that default reference will be null. So here we are printing out different variables that we have static variables. Okay, here we have declared object variable, string class variable, null concept. Okay, so this is how we have done it, and we can see that null gets output here. So we are done here, and primitive data type can't be null. So example for this can be that when we declare integer I is equal to null, integer is a class, so it won't throw an error. But when we say int j is equal to I and j is equal to null, so then it will give us a null pointer exception. As you can see on line number 20, it is giving us error, null pointer exception. Okay, that we need to take care in mind, because integer can't be null. Okay, here fourth is, here we are referring integer class a is equal to null, integer b is equal to 10. So in this, if we try to print out system out println a instance of integer, okay, so this will return us what? A is instance of integer, so this would return us false. Okay, and b is instance of integer, this would return true. Okay, so a instance of integer is false and b instance of integer is false, because the reason is that a is null, so how can a be an instance of it? Okay, so that's the reason that it's not instance of this. This is not much important. The important thing is this, static versus non-static. So now the thing is that null concept, this is the class null concept, and we are trying to give, we are declaring it and referring it using null. We have given it null value. Okay, so we have created two methods here. One is sum method and one is send method. Send method is non-static and sum method is static. So when we try to access the sum method, okay, send method, what is send? Send is static, send is non-static. Okay, so when you try to run, it won't, it would throw null pointer exception at line number 30. Why? Line number 30. So why? Because it is non-static. How can you access it using non-static methods and variables can only be accessed to object variable, right? Object reference variable. So here it is none. So how can you access it? Okay, that's the reason we can't access it. But sum method is static. Okay, so can we access sum method? Let's try out. Yes, we access it. Why? Because it is static in nature. So it is at a common memory location. So that's why we can access it. Now coming to the this comparing. So null is equal to null. If we print, this will give us true, and this will give us false, because null is equal to null, true. So we can see true and false we've got. Again, when we go try, we can give classes and give it null value. Integer class, reference variable can give null, and our class. Okay, so reference variables can be given as null. Then string s1 is equal to, now we are doing typecasting here. We're giving null to this. Okay, when we try to bring s1, it will give us null. If we try to add s1 to this, it will give us s null 1 2 3. But other operations like s1 dot length cannot be, like s1 is null, but you cannot find the operation. It will give us an exception at line number 46. You can see that we got an exception in line number 46. So hence we need to take this in mind. Similarly, we cannot find a char at 0. Okay, because after any typecasting operation will come. Similarly, we can do typecasting of this as well. We can convert it to integer. Okay, and that's it for this.